Every 4 years, Shinnecock Hills reminds the golf world what the game looks like when the course stops cooperating. In 2018, a rules official hand watered a putting green mid-round because balls were rolling off the edge on their own. A Hall of Fame player shot 80 in the final group. The best players looked helpless. The USGA issued a public apology the next morning. In 2026, the same course, same setup philosophy, and same institution returned to Southampton, New York, largely without honest scrutiny. Most of what you will hear from broadcast partners will be about Scheffler's world ranking and McIlroy's short iron statistics. There are 7 things they will not tell you. By Sunday afternoon, all 7 will have made themselves obvious. The USGA's relationship with Shinnecock Hills is not a proud one. The 2004 final round produced a scoring average of 78.73. Not a single player broke par that week. Officials watered the 7th green between groups in a mid-round admission of failure. In 2018, Phil Mickelson hit a moving ball on the 13th green in an act of pure frustration witnessed by millions. Zach Johnson told a camera the course had been lost. 8 players shot 80 or higher. Koepka won at 1 over par. Nothing in the 2026 setup suggests the USGA has changed its approach. Carnage is coming during at least one round this week. The television narrative will be built around names that sell advertising, not around what actually wins at Shinnecock Hills. Scheffler is world number 1. McIlroy is the most telegenic player in the game. DeChambeau is the defending champion with big distance numbers. None of that has anything to do with who wins at Shinnecock. History proves it emphatically and consistently across decades of play. The last 4 champions here were Raymond Floyd in 1986, Corey Pavin in 1995, Retief Goosen in 2004, and Brooks Koepka in 2018. Floyd was 43 and had been written off. Pavin was short off the tee in an era that had already moved toward raw power. Goosen was a quiet South African whose name appeared in almost no pre-tournament conversation the week he won here. The course rewards patience, course management, and elite middle iron play. It does not reward the skills that win at Bay Hill. The name at the top of Friday's leaderboard will surprise the broadcast booth every single time at Shinnecock Hills. Equipment changes happen every U.S. Open week at Shinnecock and almost never receive honest coverage from the media or broadcasters. Tour professionals who appear in driver commercials will quietly put different clubs in their bags by Wednesday at Shinnecock Hills. Compare any player's regular setup with what appears in their Shinnecock bag, and the differences are consistent across nearly every competitor. Older driver heads emerge. Heavier shafts replace ultralight versions. 3 woods left home for months suddenly reappear in play. The brands understand this. They cannot allow ambassadors to abandon current year flagship drivers during the most watched golf week. The Wednesday equipment reports contain the real story if you know what to look for among the carefully managed bag photographs. Wind is the variable that determines this tournament more than player ranking, equipment choice, or any recent form shown on tour. Shinnecock sits on Long Island, roughly 20 miles from the Atlantic, and coastal wind patterns dominate every round played here. Historical championship week winds have averaged 15 to 25 miles per h-hour, with direction changing significantly across all 4 days. A prevailing southwest wind on Thursday can become something entirely different by Sunday, rewriting the entire golf course layout. Players who win at Shinnecock can adjust shot shapes, club selections, and swing tempo as conditions change across the week. Power players thrive in calm conditions. Shot makers survive heavy wind. Wednesday's forecast shapes Sunday's leaderboard more than most know. The cut line at the 2026 U.S. Open will be higher than any other major this year. Shinnecock demands it from every single competitor. The Masters cut came in at 4 over. The PGA Championship at Quail Hollow cut at 3 over. Shinnecock is a different world entirely. In 2018, the cut was 8 over par. In 2004, the cut was 9 over. The combination of conditions compounds across 36 holes relentlessly. A player at 6 over at Augusta is on a plane. At Shinnecock, 6 over may still be within striking distance of the leaderboard. Multiple top -20 ranked players in the world will fight to make weekend tee times on the back nine Friday afternoon at Shinnecock. That Friday drama is the real story of US Open Week, and the cameras will predictably remain focused on the leaders instead. The greens separate Shinnecock from every other venue in professional golf and make the tournament look bizarre to outside viewers. Standard PGA Tour greens run between 11 and 12 on the Stemeter. Shinnecock during US Open Week measures between 13 and 14 consistently. A 12-foot putt that looks straight to a television viewer will break 2 feet. Certain pin positions become effectively unputtable in afternoon wind. The world's best putters will leave 30-foot lag putts 10 feet short on Saturday because anything more aggressive runs entirely off the surface. Viewers at home will assume the players are choking. The greens bear no resemblance to anything played on a regular tour stop. The broadcast commentary will not explain this in real time because explaining it makes the institution look reckless and negligent. Watch the lag putting on Saturday afternoon. That is where the tournament gets decided and where the broadcast gap becomes most visible. The winner will not be the player who drives the ball the farthest. Shinnecock will not cooperate with the distance narrative this year. DeChambeau's 2020 win at Winged Foot and 2024 win at Pinehurst reinforced the media narrative that distance has permanently taken over majors. Shinnecock's rough swallows miss-it drives. Its fairways slope toward bunkers. Approach shots require precise trajectory control over raw power. Raymond Floyd won there as a positional player who outthought the entire field. Corey Pavin was among the shortest hitters of his generation. Retief Goosen finished outside the top 30 in driving distance that week and won by putting brilliantly and accepting bogeys intelligently. Koepka won by hitting fairways and managing the course rather than overpowering it. The pattern at Shinnecock is unmistakably consistent. The broadcast narrative on Thursday and Friday will focus on distance leaders. By Sunday, the leaderboard will tell a completely different story. It always does at Shinnecock, and it will again in 2026. That is the preview. The broadcast partners will never honestly give you. The course will reveal everything across 4 rounds, regardless of what the television narrative needs it to do on any given day. Shinnecock does not adjust for endorsement deals, social media following counts, or world rankings. It adjusts for ball striking accuracy and patience. The players who have accuracy, course management, and composure will be on the leaderboard Sunday afternoon. The rest will be gone by Friday night. The 2026 US Open will be one of the more honest tournaments in modern professional golf, which is exactly why the coverage will not match the reality.